Hey seniors, we're almost done. Bear with me. We're on 8.6. This is the last section of chapter 8. Okay, we are graphing systems of linear inequalities. These are the ones where you do all the shading. Okay, so here are your rules. Sketch the line that corresponds to each inequality. Lightly shade the half plane that corresponds to each inequality, and then the solution or your answer is the intersection of the half planes. It's where they overlap. So you shade that in a little bit darker. Okay, be careful. You have to remember that we have dotted or dashed lines and we have solid lines. If you put a dashed line where there should be a solid line, you're going to get it wrong. So be very careful. A dashed line means it is not included. Okay, not included. So therefore, it is a greater than or a less than symbol. A solid line means it is included, and it's going to have an equal sign underneath. So put the two together. The equal sign underneath means a solid line on your graph. Okay? So again, here are your rules. If you don't get them all written up right now, no panic. Just go to my Google Drive, find the notes, write them up. Let's start with something easy and also refresh vertical and horizontal lines. Okay, I have Y lines. A Y line, if you recall, a Y line is a horizontal line. Okay, so Y is less than 4. Go to where Y is 4, put a dot, go back, it's not included, so it's a dashed line. Go all the way across, especially since you are shading, you go from one side of the graph paper to the other. Y is less than. Less than is below. Less than, below. So I'm going to shade below. Hope you can see that. Okay? Then I have Y is greater than 1. So I'm going to go where Y is 1, and it is also not included. So it is going to be another dashed or dotted line. And this time, Y is greater. Greater is above. So you shade above this line. Okay, now, if you notice, there's green from here down, and there's purple from here up. You want to find where they overlap, which is just in the middle. These are your solutions. Remember, it is not just an ordered pair, it is a set of ordered pairs. It is a plane, okay? So there are more than one solution here when you're shading. These are horizontal lines, okay? Let's go to vertical. Vertical would be X lines. So X is greater than and equal to -2, and X is greater than 5. So X is a vertical line. Remember how you can tell X makes the shape of a V for vertical? Okay, so let's graph these. X is greater than or equal to -2. So find where X equals -2, put a dot. I have a line underneath, I have an equal sign, so it's included. So I am going to make a solid line. And greater than is above. Greater than is above. Now when you're looking at vertical, above is to the right because your numbers get higher. Below is to the left because it gets lower. So here you got your positive numbers, here you got your negative numbers. So I'm going to shade to the right. Okay? Then I have x is greater than 5. So I'm going to go to where x is 5. There is no equal sign underneath, so it's not included. So it is a dotted line. I'm going to go all the way up, all the way down. And it's greater than, so again, greater than is above, and in this case, again, to the right. All right, if you notice, this is different than the horizontal lines. The horizontal lines overlapped in the middle. This does not, and that's okay. This overlaps to the right here. So that's where you would highlight darker. Okay, does that make sense? Only where they overlap is where you highlight darker. Okay, so recap. Y is horizontal, X is vertical. Remember that, because those are the easy ones, okay guys? All right, I've got 2 more problems. Bear with me here. All right, this is going to be one that you would see on a test. 2x minus y, oops, is not equal to, is less than equal to 5, and x plus 2y is greater than 2. All right? Both of these are in standard form. ax plus by equals c, ax plus by equals c. You have to convert these to slope-intercept, all right? So let's convert. 2x minus y is less than or equal to 5. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing we would if it were an equal sign. We're going to subtract off the 2x off of both sides. Notice the equal sign. Bring it down. Rewrite everything in mx plus b format. Now look what we have to do. This is an awesome problem because this is something you do not want to forget. If you have to divide by a -1 with an inequality, remember to do what? Remember to flip the inequality symbol. Okay? So maybe highlight that if you want. Y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 5. So let's graph this. mx plus b, y-intercept, slope. So start at -5, put a dot, and our slope is 2 over 1. Up to right 1. And I'm going to go all the way to the end of my graph because I don't know where they're going to overlap. Okay, go all the way down. And I go back. I have a solid line. That means it's included. Or I have an equal sign. That means it's included. And then here again, greater than means above. Shade above the line. Now if you're like, I'm not sure where above is, put your pen on your line and go up to the top of the paper. Here's your pen, here's your line, above. So you would shade above the line. Okay? Any questions? I guess not. All right, let's go to here. X plus 2y is greater than 2. Subtract off the x. 2y is greater than negative x plus 2. Divide by 2 in all 3 places. Don't forget to do that. I'm not dividing by a negative, so I don't have to change this. Okay, so it's just y is less than negative 1/2 x plus 1. Okay, so I start at 1, and my slope is negative 1 over 2. That means I'm going to go down 1, right 2. So down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. And then the opposite of down and right is up and left. And then I'm going to go back and look. I do not have an equal sign, so I don't have a solid line. It's going to be dotted. So I can just do every other, connect the dots. Okay, and greater. Greater is above. Okay, shade above, which would be in this direction. Okay, and your job is to find where they overlap. I guess I'll pick purple here. And they overlap here. And you would color that in a little darker. Okay, it is just the place where the 2 shadings overlap. Yes, this shade's here, yes, this shade's here, but they don't overlap together. It is usually opposite the place with nothing. So if you have an area of nothing, not always, but usually it is on the opposite side. Okay? I have one more problem. It's a little bit more in depth. There's 3 equations, but it is not that difficult. You'll have no problems with it, and it won't take but a couple minutes. Give me a second to erase. All right, we have x minus y is less than 2. X is greater than negative 2. Y is less than or equal to 3. Okay, so I have a vertical line, I have a horizontal line, and I have a normal line. So let's convert. X minus y is less than 2. I'm going to subtract off the x term, bring down the minus y. I'm going to divide by negative 1. And when I divide by negative 1, I have to flip the sign. So y is greater than x minus 2. Let's do that one first. Start at negative 2. And it's going to be a dotted line with a slope of 1. Okay, rise over run, up 1, right 1, and it's dotted, so just connect every other one. Easiest way to connect your dots. And where am I shading? Above. So I'm going to go in this direction. Okay. Then I'm going to do my vertical line at negative 2. Here's my x at negative 2. And it's also dotted because there is no equal sign. Okay, and it is greater than. So it is going to be shaded above. Above is to the right. Okay, I'm trying to shade lightly so you can end up seeing the final solution. It's going to be a little difficult. And last but not least is our horizontal line at 3. Here is where y equals 3. It's a solid line. So it's a solid line at 3. And less than is below. Okay, and it's this way Although that's going to be hard to see, basically what you have, they overlap in this section right here, which makes a triangle. These are fun. These are my favorite. Okay? You could see that on a test. Okay, again, email me. Comments are fine. If you have any questions at all, you can go back, you can watch these as many times as you like. My notes are on eCampus. Khan Academy has videos as well. Also remember, guys, you can go back and redo the test. It has to be done. Oh, no, you can't. Wrong class. Never mind. Test will be done in class, and it's not going to be anywhere near as difficult as this. So if you can do this, you have it. All right? Hopefully I will see you in a couple weeks. Please don't get behind. Get all your Khan Academies done. I'll see you on the 15th. Be safe. Be well. Relax. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye, guys.